We need to finalize our inventory plan for the year-end shopping season, and it's crucial that we prioritize the goods with the highest expected demand. Based on last year's data and current market trends, we can predict which items will move quickly. We need to start by identifying these high-demand products so we can reserve them in advance with our suppliers. What do you have in terms of an initial list of goods that should be prioritized?
I've reviewed the sales data from last year and cross-referenced it with the current trends. The top categories that consistently see a spike in demand are packaged foods, especially instant noodles, beverages like energy drinks and bottled water, and personal care products, including shampoos and soaps. Given the increase in home cooking and health consciousness, we can also expect strong demand for our seasoning products, like fish sauce and soy sauce. I think these items should be at the top of our reservation list. What do you think about this initial selection?
That selection makes sense. Instant noodles and beverages have always been strong performers during the year-end season, especially with people stocking up for holiday gatherings. Seasoning products are also a safe bet, considering how integral they are to local cuisine. We should make sure to secure sufficient stock for these categories, but we also need to consider any potential supply chain issues that might arise, particularly with imported raw materials. Have you identified any suppliers we should approach first for these reservations?
Yes, for instant noodles. Our key suppliers have been reliable, but we should still secure our orders early to avoid any last-minute disruptions. For beverages, we have multiple suppliers, but I suggest prioritizing our domestic partners who can provide faster lead times. As for the seasonings, we should work closely with our long-term suppliers who already understand our volume needs during peak seasons. I also recommend we establish contingency plans with secondary suppliers, just in case our primary sources encounter any issues. This way, we can ensure we have enough stock even if something goes wrong. How do you feel about these strategies?
I agree with your approach, especially the idea of having backup suppliers. It's always better to have options in case of unforeseen delays or shortages. We should also consider the logistics of receiving and storing these goods. Some of our warehouses are already nearing capacity, so we need to plan carefully where and how we'll store this additional inventory. Have you looked into our current storage capacity and any potential needs for additional space?
Yes, I've already done an assessment of our warehouse capacities. Our main distribution centers can handle the extra volume, but we may need to rent temporary storage facilities for certain categories, particularly beverages and packaged foods that take up a lot of space. Another option is to arrange for just-in-time deliveries to minimize the amount of inventory we need to hold at any given time. This will require close coordination with our logistics partners, but it could help us avoid overburdening our warehouses. We'll also need to monitor stock levels in real time to make quick adjustments if necessary. Do you think we should go ahead with the temporary storage rentals?
Temporary storage is a smart move, given the expected volume increase. Let's move forward with securing those facilities, but only commit to flexible contracts so we can scale up or down depending on actual demand. Regarding just-in-time deliveries, I think it's a good strategy, but we'll need to ensure that our logistics partners are fully aligned with our schedule. Any delays could result in stockouts, which would be disastrous during the peak shopping season. How confident are you in our logistics partners' ability to meet these demands?
I've spoken with our logistics partners, and they're aware of the increased demands for the year-end season. They've assured us that they're prepared to scale up their operations to meet our needs. However, I'll keep a close watch on their performance as we approach the peak season. We'll also set up regular check-ins with them to address any issues that might arise. I believe this will help us stay on top of things and make adjustments as needed. How often do you think we should review our inventory levels and logistics performance during the season?
Given the volume of goods we're dealing with, I suggest we conduct reviews weekly. This will allow us to catch any issues early and make necessary adjustments before they impact sales. We should also keep a close eye on sales trends so we can adjust our inventory orders in real time if certain products are moving faster or slower than expected. The key is to remain flexible and responsive. We'll need everyone to stay on top of their game to ensure a smooth operation during this critical period.
Weekly reviews sound like the right approach. It will keep us agile and able to react quickly to any changes. I'll make sure the team is prepared for this and that everyone understands the importance of timely updates and communication. Let's also make sure that our suppliers and logistics partners are aware of our review schedule so they can be ready to respond quickly if we need to make adjustments. I'm confident that with this plan, we'll be able to meet the demand and maximize our sales during the year-end season.